Peace, and I say, peace, and I say, peace, and I say, and shalom, which means peace be unto you. Peace be unto you. Hello, I'm back with another one like the other one. I'm gonna say a few words. I want to talk about this this virus. You know, it's been a hot topic. I haven't spoke on it yet, but I think right now I'm kind of in the spirit. I want to flow with it right now, kind of let everybody know what level I'm on, and I think what level you probably should be on. You see, everything kind of repeats itself. It's been cyclical. That's going to change, but everything repeats itself right now. Currently, everything is going concurrent, so it repeats itself. They say history repeats itself. Everything kind of repeats itself, which is a shame, but it's a loop. If you want to go all the way to like the Black Plague and all these other type of viruses that would happen, and even recently, currently, all these viruses that happened, you had the Cove, you know what I mean, that just happened, and now you got this little Hank virus or whatever it's called, but that's happening right now, and there's nothing to be afraid of, because whatever shall be, whatever is. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You can't stop the inevitable. You just can't. If people are going to be unalive, that's because it's in your cards. It's in your destiny. If people are going to be short-lived, that's because that's what's going to happen. You can't stop the inevitable. Now, what you can do is use alchemy. What I mean by that, because I'm not a master alchemist, but I am studied in it. What you can do is the foods you eat, the things that you drink, the less things that you do to cause negative interference in your body. Now, a lot of us do things that, we feel that other people feel are prohibited. These things that you shouldn't do. We drink, people smoke, we do all that stuff. But everything is a balance, and right now we're in a time of balance. The things that you need, that you do that are incorrect, you counter them with things that are positive. The more negative currency that flows, you block that like a beaver dam, and you counter that with positive currency. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Do you understand? Nothing changes but the day and the time. There's nothing new under the sun. Nothing. As above, as so below. You know what I mean? So within, so without. It's been happening since the beginning of time. And you have to counteract that. And every generation that goes by, you get stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Your will gets stronger. Your perseverance gets stronger. The mind. And as the body started to decay and get weaker through generations through millennia, the spirit, the soul, has gotten stronger. Do you understand what I'm saying? That it's heightened, it's enhanced. The God that you are, the goddess that you are, that's inside of you, inside this vessel, has to evolve. And as your body devolves, and it starts to, break down, the opposite is happening on the inside. It's getting stronger, so it can carry you. If you catch my meaning, this virus is not going to hurt you. It's not. I think it's a fear tactic, because the only way certain beings can survive is through fear, and fear is a construct. Fear is man-made. It's constructed to keep you in a perpetual cycle, a perpetual loop of being a slave. It's to keep you down. It's to keep you mentally, cloudy. Under someone's foot. So somebody can have rule over you. That's what fear does. nothing to fear but fear itself. Great words of JFK. You have to have it in your mind to show your power. You know what I'm saying? Your authority. Because you are God's and children of the Most High. You know, if anything is going to happen, it's going to happen. There's nothing. If you have this mindset of no fear, you don't fear death, then you won't die. You are immortal because you don't die anyway. You just go to the next level. You know what I mean? And in the will, you know, your body, you know, your body will take whatever it is. Because always, you know, our bodies have adapted to anything from millennia. Whatever happens, our bodies adapt because these are finely tuned machines that we live in. These mechanisms are absolutely phenomenal. They cannot be destroyed. You know, they fix themselves, and you have to be a mechanic and fine tune your own machine. You have to, you know, regenerate your body. Your body's going to regenerate itself, but put the things that inside of you that'll help, you know, keep this vehicle, you know, floating, doing what it's supposed to do, you know, to help carry you, to help lift you, you know, because people are on the outside looking in, and they see destruction, but it's not destruction. That's only fear. They're gaslighting, being gaslit. You feel me? Live your everyday life. Live your everyday life. And just walk through it casually like you're walking through the tulips. Like you're walking in the sun, like you're walking in the grass. Like there's no sound in the background. Just skip. Hold hands and skip. Hum. Do what you gotta do. You know, listen to your ASMR, your Reiki meditation. You know, just a smooth flow. You know, like I say, change your diet, work out, cleanse, fast. You know, meditate, do these things, and you will see a certain shift start to happen. Ignore all the doubt. Ignore it. This is fake. It's not real. None of it's real. It's mind over matter. You mess with the mind, your body must follow. We are in the last stages. And you're going to start to see things speed up. You're going to start to see people become different. They act different. You know, you're going to see them malfunction. You're going to see them more in fear. You're going to see aggression. You're going to see attitude. You know, you're going to see all type of stuff because things are breaking. They're starting to shut down. You know, but you won't. You can't. It's not going to happen. Because there's something inside of you that's determined for it not to happen. Whatever you put in your body, it will show. Those effects will show. If you drink too much, if you smoke too much, it will show. You got to counter that. You got to cleanse. You got to balance that. What you eat will show. You are what you eat. If you have a bad diet, it will show. It will come out your pores. It will show your sleep. You know, the way you move around. It will show. Definitely. If you watch certain shows on TV, it will show. If you don't work out, it will show. If you don't sleep correctly, it will show. Do you know you've been in control of this thing the whole time? The whole time. You've been in control of this thing the whole time. These people have, you know, these weapons of mass destruction to put against you. And none of it will do anything to you because you are powerful, more powerful than you think that you are. And whatever happens, happens, so let it be. And you'll know, and when you're standing at the end, you know that you're meant to be here. But the number one thing, So no fear.